What's up everybody, this is Jonathan with Boston Collectors, and in today's video, we'll be unboxing and reviewing the Transport Trooper by Hot Toys. To start, we have the Mandalorian style cigar band featuring a few additional images of the figure. As always, we also have the shiny embossed Star Wars logo on the front as well. This is TMS 030 for anyone who might be interested. As with every release, we also have the legal information located on the back of the box, as well as the usual warnings and figure information. As we move to the central part of the box, we're met with the main photo of the Transport Trooper. Let's go ahead and start diving into the box. Hot Toys is known for giving us an art card insert, and this release is no different. They went ahead and used a photo they've shared in their previous promotional material with a few extra edits on top. Looks good. With all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and start the review. If you like what you see so far, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of the support, and we have a lot more content on the way. Let's go ahead and check out the accessories. Right out of the box, the figure is pre-equipped with a pair of relaxed, gloved hands. There's a lot of detail work ranging from that leather-like appearance to the striations on top of the hand and so on. There are a few ways to use these hands, but they are Transport Troopers. We didn't exactly see them do much in the show, but I love that they included these with them. Moving on, Hot Toys also included a pair of fists with the figure as well. The appearance of tension in the gloves are really spot on. You can also pair these with the relaxed hands for alternative ways of posing if you'd like. Lastly, we have a pair of trigger hands for the blaster pistol. Everything that you could ever want in terms of hands are right here in the box. It really doesn't get any better than this. The fact that we're given pairs for all three is a huge plus in my book at least. These should be the standard with every Hot Toys release. Next, we have the blaster pistol. If you have the Death Trooper, you'll know this one, because they're the same make. There's a little grit and grime on the weapon as well to give it a bit more character. Honestly, I prefer it over the cleaner looking guns. Moving on, we have a generic base included with the figure as well. Like always, we're given a metallic nameplate and the typical starship flooring pattern. We're also given a crotch cradler, which is easier to have for a figure like this. We never saw them flipping or flying around, so I'm not upset with it. In fact, it's much better for the figure's overall appearance. The helmet has a very unique design. If you've seen the previous Assault Tank Commander, they share very similar styles. Now, the helmet color doesn't exactly match the green armor, but instead act as more of an accent. It's taken the same hue from the shirt, actually. It's not an issue for me, but something to keep in mind if you may not be aware of it. There are really cool lines and curves throughout the helmet that really bring it all together. The smaller details from the foam ports on both sides of the helmet to the grooves along the jaw and midsection of the helmet as well. The paint job is dull, as seen in the show, so don't expect any reflective surfaces outside of the visor. All in all, this is a really nice design, and it's up there for me as being one of the best Imperial helmets alongside the Death Troopers. Also, you can see through the visor and the awesome orange hue as well. We're going to go ahead and start with the boots. They share the same design with the Death Watch Mandalorians, but the texturing here is a bit smoother. Also, we don't have a thigh swivel. Instead, you're swiveling the boot at the ankle. Lastly, the armor on the boot is adjustable and not actually glued on to it. Moving up, the absolute worst part about this figure is the holster. You don't want to keep holstering the gun. Continuing on, we have the armor, which doesn't get in the way too much outside of posing the helmet. Also super quick, Hot Toys also included a removable neck adapter for this figure. Hopefully that'll help with the Mando portrait later on. Getting back to it, we also have a double bend in the arm, a swivel at the bicep, and a butterfly joint in the shoulder as well. When posing the figure, you will run the risk of exposing the body of it at the wrist. It isn't noticeable when it's in a relaxed position, since the shirt is actually long enough for it. To start, we have the Beskar Mandalorian, the Death Trooper, the Incinerator Trooper, IG-11, and a fellow Transport Trooper. It's important to note that these figures will not feel like a 501st in your hands. There isn't a bodysuit restricting the arms, which is great for posing, but it may feel a little too loose or cheap to you. Considering the Transport Trooper didn't do much in the show, I think we got everything we could ask for in the box. We have a few pairs of important hands and a blaster. The only downsides for me were not having a thigh swivel in. We're stuck with the crappiest holster known to 6-scale plastic kind. I'd have liked something better than that, maybe a clasp, a magnet at the side, or anything is better than a single thread holding it together, and geez, listening to the tears as I holster the gun is pretty bad. Other than that, I'm giving this figure an 8 out of 10. It gets the job done and it's a decent release. I went ahead and picked up 2 thinking about the Mando release a little later. I'm really hoping the removable adapter helped with the portrait. If so, it was that close to being a perfect release, if not for the holster. As always, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We have more content on the way. Also, join the conversation over on our community Discord server as well. We'd love to hear from you. This is Jonathan with Boston Collectors, and thank you so much for watching.